Your attention, please. Please do not smoke in the terminal building. Smoking is only permitted in the specified smoking area.
Hey guys, welcome to another video with The Boring Traveler. Today, I'll be showing you guys my trip on JetBlue as I head for my friend's engagement in Napa Valley. We'll be flying on JetBlue Mint business class from JFK in New York to San Francisco on an Airbus A321. So let's get right into it. Today, we're in JFK once again. There's so much availability from here, so even though I live in DC, I always take the train up. But nowadays, I'm considering flying. Maybe not good for the environment, so I might stick with the train. I'm excited to fly JetBlue Mint today because it's a little rare to get a lie flat seat coast to coast in the United States. I think only Hawaiian, Delta, United, JetBlue and American offer it on their planes, so this is a bit of an exciting one. For the summer, Airtrain prices were reduced by half to $425, and we see Omni has been installed, so we can tap our phones instead of having to buy a Metro card, which is extremely welcome. Join us as we journey through Jamaica, Queens on our way to JFK's Terminal 5. Welcome to JFK Terminal 5. JetBlue basically has their own terminal here that they share with only Aer Lingus, but somehow they still do not have their own lounge. I read it's coming in 2025, but it's still a travesty for an airline to have an entire terminal to themselves and it takes so long for them to set up a lounge. JetBlue let you self-check in on the app, but we needed to print bag tags to check in my wife's luggage. I believe Mint passenger bags are treated as priority, allegedly, because her bags were actually sent on the wrong plane and delayed, but more on that later. In typical JetBlue fashion, our flight kept getting delayed, and the flight that was meant to leave at 6 p.m. ended up leaving around 9 p.m. We will also switch to a different plane as we were scheduled to go from JFK to Boston to San Francisco, but now we're going directly to San Francisco. A more favorable route, but it came at the expense of being stuck in the airport for 3 hours, which felt like 6 to me, and it was pretty uncomfortable since, as I mentioned before, JetBlue have the whole terminal but no lounge. There was a Be Relaxed Spa that had massage chairs, but they were prejudiced against Priority Pass members who got it through American Express, so we couldn't get in. So let's get to the seat map. The business class configuration in the A321 is 2121 vertically as seen here. There are 2 lavatories, one in the front and another at the back of the Mint cabin. There's also a snack and drinks bar at the back if you're feeling hungry during the flight. The even number rows have what we call throne seats, which have much more space and legroom than the odd number rows, and I would prioritize them if I was traveling alone, or if you just prefer more space. If you're in the odd row seat, it's going to be a little cozy, and if you're next to the window, you will not have direct out access. So unless you're traveling with a partner, I think it's worth trying to get the throne seats early. I've always enjoyed JetBlue for their fast Wi-Fi, and as you can see on the right, they have Fly-Fi available on this flight too. We were seated in 1A and 1C, the bulkhead seats of this airplane, and as you can see, there's a ton of stuff on the seat and actually not that many places to store them, lol. So let's get into the amenities review. I'll start with this comfort shawl or comforter. As you can see, it has a ton of configurations, which I did not read, but ended up just using it as a blanket since the cabin gets pretty cold, so bring a hoodie if you're flying JetBlue. We have the amenity kit here from Cara, and it comes with a solid array of amenities. An eye mask, a socks, lens cleaner, cream, lip balm, earbuds, and mouthwash. Pretty extensive if you ask me. We also get these great over-ear headphones from ThinkSound. Very nice. So let's get into an in-depth seat review. There is a ton of leg space as you would expect on any business class flight. Some pretty cool blue mood lighting at the footrest. The screen is large enough, but I would not necessarily call it high definition. It kind of feels like you're watching at 480p. There is a net holder under the TV, 2 spaces for cups, but not much of an armrest, so it's a little bit of a weird design. The TV can be controlled using the remote or touchscreen. Though there was a decent amount of options, the touchscreen was very finicky. I would not recommend using it if you can just stick to the remote. It will be far less frustrating. The seat has pretty extensive controls, but I could not get the massage to work, so that was a bummer. It seems like JetBlue has pretty good technology, but don't be surprised if some of it doesn't work on your flight. We have some storage space by the footrest, a nightlight, and the water bottle holder. I actually didn't like the taste of this water for some reason. That might just be me, but just be aware if you're sensitive to the taste of water. We also have a phone holder, a socket for charging too, and as you can see, there's not much storage space, so I ended up stuffing all of the stuff I got from JetBlue under the seats, so it was a little bit tight. So let's get into the food service review. The tray table is pretty large and it extends out from the armrest. They give out paper tablecloths as well. Here's the menu from our flight if you're interested in seeing the potential options. But you should know that on JetBlue, they don't give out full service meals. They're more like tapas, or what we would say small plates in English. So just be aware that, if you're hungry before the flight, it may not be bad to get like a full meal because it's a bit small on JetBlue. Between us, we kind of got every single thing on the menu. We started with these pretzels and a mint drink, which I really liked. The bread was pretty good as well, very soft, very flavorful. My favorite plates in order were the cavatelli, the pork shoulder, the chicken dish, the pea soup, and we ended with some vanilla gelato. Okay, let's get to a quick toilet review. They didn't really do anything in the toilet, not even any amenities, which was a little surprising, but at the very least, it was fairly spacious and relatively clean. So that's really all I have to say about this. So sleeping was okay. I watched Mean Girls for a couple of hours and then I slept about 3 to 4 hours before landing in SFO. And, I think, with the cold temperature, a blanket, you can make do. So my overall thoughts, after getting delayed for 3 hours, my wife's bags were found to have been loaded onto our original flight and taken to Boston. So we had to get that sorted out and we received them by 12 p.m. the next day. A major inconvenience for her, to be honest, if you know anything about a woman's needs when she's traveling. We were offered a $75 credit to be used on JetBlue, but she was not interested in flying them again after this. Personally, I enjoyed the hard product, but you have to be aware that JetBlue is still basically a low-cost carrier, and delays and baggage handling errors can occur. I'm willing to take the risk for flying lie flat, but you have to decide that for yourself. For what it's worth, my wife said she would never fly them again, which was understandable after the current situation. Sorry for the relatively long delay. I've been traveling a lot, but I'm back and I can't wait to show you guys what I've been up to. See you soon.